Sausages!
How's it going, folks? E3 is so last month. Right now, it's all about Gamescom 2015.
At E3, we got loads of opportunities to get our hands on loads of the upcoming releases, and at Gamescom, which is only a few weeks away, we're gonna get even more.
And we've made this video to tell you what we're most excited about, and you can tell us in the comments what you're most excited about.
So let's do it!
I was well excited about the original Crackdown for a few reasons. First of all, like all the best things, it's basically Scottish, since it was developed in Dundee by Real Time Worlds. Second, it was created by one of the original minds behind the Grand Theft Auto series, Dave Jones. And third, when it launched in 2007, it came bundled with access to the Halo 3 multiplayer beta, which was kind of a big deal. But Crackdown quickly established itself as something of a surprise hit on Xbox 360, and we've all got amazing memories of scaling the agency tower for the first time, or setting up an apocalyptic chain reaction of exploding barrels, or obsessively collecting every one of those bloody orbs, or the voice of the agency saying, "What is your major malfunction, agent?" So when we revealed Crackdown as a surprise at the end of E3 last year, I just about melted. The trailer showed off a new Pacific City, agility orbs, multiplayer co-op with multiple agents, massive destruction of huge, scalable skyscrapers, inventive combinations of explosives and vehicles, and a particularly creative way of taking out a gang kingpin. Even the voice of the agency is back, so basically everything we love about Crackdown. We've seen nothing else since, until Gamescom 2015. Bring it on.
At E3, we got our first ever glimpse of the Halo 5 Guardians campaign, and of course, got to play tons of the new multiplayer game mode Warzone, which if you don't know much about, we made a video right here on Xbox On, so definitely go check that out at the end of the video. At Gamescom, I'm hoping to see even more of the campaign, or even get an opportunity to get my hands on it, especially after seeing some of those epic sequences in the gameplay. And let's be honest, I just want to find out what's going on between Spartan Locke and the Master Chief. Seriously, it's starting to annoy me not knowing.
A brief but thrilling reveal of Mass Effect Andromeda at the start of EA's E3 conference showed us a few things. Exploration, space, and an interesting take on the Firefly-esque theme of space westerns. We're told that the character seen in the trailer, pressing buttons and shooting space guns, isn't the protagonist, but that our hero will be human, and one of two genders will be available to choose from. So far, so Mass Effect. We've also been told since the reveal at E3 that dynamic weather effects, described as ridiculously cool by Senior Development Director Chris Wynn, will also appear in-game. Presumably not in space though. There's no weather in space. The game is due around holiday 2016, so get your space boots on and get ready for some epic, galaxy-exploring fun, not to mention all the space romance. I know you're getting BioWare.
After seeing that absolutely stunning sequence at the Xbox E3 conference, I'm really hoping to see more of the combat system within Rise of the Tomb Raider, and seeing how far Lara has come and evolved since the first game, where you saw her make her first ever kill. And really, I just want to get hands on with the game and start solving those famous Tomb Raider puzzles. It's going to be a lot of fun.
So Remedy's got a pretty good track record. Max Payne, Alan Wake, it's not bad, eh? But as Sam Lake says,
I firmly believe we haven't done our best game yet.
Quantum Break looks like it has a great shot at being that game. We saw the first gameplay demo for Quantum at last year's Gamescom, and the combination of third-party gunplay, time manipulation, and amazing visuals was a real showstopper moment in our briefing. Now, the way Remedy are playing with time looks incredible and is a real game changer for this type of action experience. You can control time, but you'll also have to deal with it coming apart around you, or your enemies using it against you. Add to that Remedy's trademark storytelling and beautiful special effects, plus a live action companion show that my sources tell me is shaping up very nicely indeed, and you've got a cracking package. Sam's confirmed that there will be an all-new Quantum Break demo being shown publicly at a theatre at the Xbox booth at Gamescom, and I cannot wait to see what he has in store for us. And remember, Quantum Break is coming exclusively to Xbox One.
Trying to contain my excitement for Bethesda's hottest property is like trying to contain a horde of Deathclaws in well, anywhere. Basically, my excitement is rabid and scary and will tear you to pieces before laying eggs in your corpse. Metaphorically. We saw a bit on Fallout 4 at E3, but that was limited to the Bethesda conference. There was no playable anything on the show floor. Unless you could count a big statue of Vault Boy as part of the game. But considering that the game is due out in November and the studio has already said it's pretty close to being done, I'm hoping that we'll see the real thing out in Cologne in just a few weeks. Don't let me down, Bethesda.
It's also that time of year again where I start to get really excited for FIFA 16, as I will finally be able to get hands-on and play it at Gamescom, as sadly I didn't get the chance to at E3. But tons of the new features sound really cool, especially the Pass with Purpose feature that I think can make a real difference, but also lead to those head-in-your-hand moments as your player fails to control the ball as he's one-on-one with the keeper. It would also be really nice to hear about all the new features being added to FIFA 16.
A trailer, more of a teaser really, released at last year's E3, showed us just a snippet of Scalebound, the dragon-fighting, headphone-wearing new game from the genius developers at Platinum Games. We haven't heard from it since. It wasn't at this year's E3, but rumour has it that we'll be seeing a lot more at Gamescom. It's definitely something to do with dragons and running away from them, and maybe riding them and maybe making them fight, but if it turns out to be a spin-off from How to Train Your Dragon, I'll be more than a little bit miffed.
Now, I love Gamescom. For me, it even has the edge over E3 because it's a public event, so real gamers are getting their first chance to go hands-on with the biggest titles of the year, and Germany is basically awesome. But I think it's fair to say that in the past, Gamescom's sometimes been a bit of a cut and paste of E3. Same games, same news, different country. But that is not the case for Xbox this year. We've already talked about how we're excited to see more of Quantum Break, Scalebound and Crackdown, 3 huge exclusive Xbox One titles that didn't show up at E3, and big Phil Spencer himself has promised that there will be even more to come, including new game reveals on Xbox One and Windows 10. Now, if you haven't been to Gamescom, there's never been a better time to get to Cologne and enjoy it for yourself, and if you've never paid it much attention, then this is your wake-up call.
We didn't see much of sausages at E3, partly because we were so busy we only had time to eat deep fried things and chips, and partly because America thinks sausages are burgers that you eat at breakfast. Luckily, Gamescom takes place in Germany, the home of all things sausage, so no doubt we'll be seeing a lot more of the tubular meat product in a few weeks. Whether it's bratwurst, frankfurters or peppered salami, Cologne offers a great deal of variety in the sausage market, and we might even get to see the release date for the rumoured Currywurst 2, The Porkening. Just be careful of the American-developed spin-off, The Hot Dog. It's a poor imitation of the original.
And that is only the start. There's going to be so much to look forward to at Gamescom 2015, and I personally cannot wait.
And don't forget, you can watch the Xbox briefing live on your Xbox or Xbox.com at 3 PM UK on Tuesday the 4th of August, and we'll have loads more coverage all week long. It's going to be ace.
Oh yeah, but that's it for this video. So don't forget to subscribe and like, and let us know in the comments what your favourite kind of sausage is, or game. Up to you. Bye!